guys, I'm here to talk about how to make more profit from your cleaning business. I'm going to talk about the 5 most important things you need to pay attention to. Number 1 is equipment. Number 2 is scheduling. Number 3 is systems. Number 4 is chemicals. And number 5 is marketing. Let me not waste your time. Let's get right into it. Okay, when you have equipment, make sure you pick out the right equipment, because if the equipment isn't efficient, it's going to cost you money. It's better to just finance the right stuff, get what you need, and have it pay for itself, because every time you use it, you will be making a greater profit. So these are the 3 things I want to look for. Number 1 is the ability to clean from the truck. When you have the ability to clean from the truck, all you're doing is connecting hoses and starting the machine and start cleaning. So you're making money right away. You're not taking it out, you're not finding circuits, you're not fighting with the machine. Number 2 is autofill, auto dump, especially for doing tile and grout. When we do tile and grout, there's 5 times the amount of water that you use. How the heck is a person supposed to fill it up and empty it when it gets empty every few minutes, right? So we need to have an autofill, auto dump, so the water comes in, the dirty water goes out. It's all automatic. Number 3 is unlimited heat. This is the most misunderstood part. People think, hey, I'm gonna get an electric heater. It's a 20 amp circuit, you know, that you're gonna get 20 amps of electricity to heat the water. But the thing is, when you're doing something dirty, like in the traffic lane clean, it's gonna be trashed out. And then when you have the trigger open and you're running the wand, there is no possible way that 20 amps can furnish the amount of heat that you need for that. And number 2, for tile and grout cleaning, absolutely no way. You're using high PSI, mostly about 800 or higher, and then you're just going through such high volume of water that 20 amps is not going to be enough to heat that up. So you want to make sure you address that too. Once you got these 3 things addressed, you're good for equipment. Number 2 is scheduling. Scheduling is kind of interesting thing. Basically, when I'm scheduling a job, I need to have broad times, and I'll tell you why. One of the things that I would like you guys to do is make sure that you add on work when you're at the job. But how are you going to add on work when your job is coming up that you had promised the customer you'd be there at 11, for example? So I want you to do time frames. For example, the first job will be from, say, 8 to 10. The second job will be from, say, 9 to 12. And what that does, it gives you like a little ballpark. Broad times will help you add on more work at your first job. And then again, also will help you. If the first job did cancel, you can call your second job and say, hey, Mrs. Jones, I'm running a little early. I was wondering if you're available, I can come over. So that way you don't waste time waiting for someone to become available. Now, the biggest complaint I hear from guys is that I am going to give them an accurate time, and I'm going to show up at that time because the customer is not going to want me on my schedule. That's not really true. If the customer does ask you, they want a specific time, the best way to handle that is tell them that, you know what, since I'll be there on Thursday, before I leave my last job, I can call you and let you know when I'd be arriving. That way, I can give you more of an accurate time. So that objection can be addressed by that. The next thing we're going to talk about is your systems. Systems are very important. As you grow your business, you need to have some form of a system, because without a system, you just can't rely on people doing things correctly. So I'm going to give you some homework here. Buy the book called The E-Myth. It's an easy read. It's by Dr. Michael Gerber. And it's the foundation of how businesses are built as far as systems go. Another book that I want you to read is called Phenomenal Business. So if you're in the carpet cleaning, furniture cleaning, pressure washing, any of these businesses, read the book Phenomenal Business. It will help you figure out how one of the most successful companies owned by Howard Partridge has their systems and how they do their systems. So you can duplicate that. Lastly is make a checklist for everything. There should be a checklist for when you get on the job. There should be a checklist when you leave. For example, all the things that you need to pick up, your wand, your tools, your pressure gun, whatever. Before you go home, it should be all on the checklist so things don't get missed. In the beginning, before you leave for a job, there should be a checklist. So you know what you're going to deal with today and what equipment, chemicals, and things like that that you need. So a checklist is extremely important. Let's talk about the next subject here, which is chemicals. Chemicals is tricky. Everyone is giving you, hey, this is the best stuff, there is no such thing. Basically, look for good quality companies that are gonna be there for when you need them. If something goes wrong and you use crappy stuff from someone, it's gonna become your problem. Especially if things aren't made for this purpose. Like you buy your stuff from Costco or something, well, yeah, the consequences are gonna be, you're gonna be using it something that's not made for cleaning the carpet or made for cleaning the windows, whatever you're cleaning, and you're gonna get into trouble. So try to go with a reputable company like ours and buy concentrate chemicals. I wanna give you an example of the concentrate chemicals. One of the ones that we have is called trashed green gel. The reason it's a gel is because there's no water in it. There's no chemical that's ever been as strong as that. Just one, it's a 32-ounce bottle, makes insane amount of chemical. I believe it's 128 gallons or so. And that way you're not paying for the shipping cost from your supplier to you. You're also not carrying water around with you in your truck. And the gel is easy and concentrate, so you can just pump it and it'll measure that for you too. So you don't even need a measuring cup. That's an example of a concentrate chemical we have. All we do here is concentrates. We've taken the water out. We've done that since 1998. There is nothing stronger. Number two, spotting agents. Now, a lot of the chemistry, especially back in the 1990s, we had a surfactant and they added a solvent to it. Now we had a surfactant and a solvent. But as time progressed in the 2000s, we learned that if you have an organic stain like a coffee or urine, you would use a product like Stain Magic, for example. You put that on there, the stain disappears. But what we did at Magic Wand Company is we added that in there already. So now 80% of the spots and stains that are left behind, they're actually organic stains. And those organic stains will just disappear in front of your eyes, just from the pre-spray alone. Number three on chemicals is don't carry too much. Learn how chemistry applies to carpet cleaning, pressure washing, pre-spraying, furniture, just anything, unlimited amount of things that you do. Learn how chemistry applies to cleaning, and that will simplify how many things you have. For example, if you need a surfactant, you should know which product it has a surfactant in it. If you need citrus delimonene to remove your oil-based spots and stain, you should know that your product has that in there. And then if you need oxygen, you should know that the product has that. A lot of the Magic Wand stuff already has that in there. So if you're a customer, rest assured, a lot of the spots and stains are not going to give you trouble like other people have. And then they have to manually go do the spotting, and it kills your time. And lastly, I want to talk about marketing. Now, the marketing here will have a little bit different twist. You've heard me say things about marketing as far as doing networking and things, but my purpose here is efficiency. So I want to teach you how to be more profitable without having to do as much work. One of the things that I've learned is when you're there at the job, ask for the review and see if you can get the review right then. That way you don't have to deal with them or chase them around, waste your time, or not even get a review. When you're already there, Mrs. Jones is jumping up and down with excitement, and you can just take that moment and transfer that energy into a good review. Say, hey, Mrs. Jones, you're so happy with my work. I would love to have other people hear about it. Would you please take a second and just write a review? It doesn't have to be really long. Just tell me what you just told me, that how happy you are or whatever. And that way you don't have to worry about that dragging on through your life, where it's like, oh, she still hasn't written me a review. Number two is an estimate for other services you provide. Never leave the money on the table. As soon as you walk out, the customer is already thinking about cleaning something else. And the chances are you probably can clean it. Our customers do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, pressure washing, window washing, duct cleaning, you name it, all kinds of surface cleaning. So give them an estimate for all that. Whether they want it or not, just ask them. Hey, Mrs. Jones, do you mind, since I'm here, I want to give you an estimate on some of the other services I provide. Would that be okay? And then just take a few minutes to do an inventory of the house, inside, outside, and write down what you think it might cost, and give that to the customer. Especially if you've done the scheduling part correctly, you probably already have time to be able to do that job. So you don't even have to schedule it. But if you have another urgency and you have to go to another job, then make sure that you schedule that at that moment with them. Say, well, how about 2 weeks from now if I do that for you? So basically, that's pretty much it. And I want you guys to know that you are in control of your profit. So take it seriously. Don't shortcut. Shortcuts mean it's going to cost you money. Do it right. Do it efficiently. Do it with the right equipment. Do it with the right chemicals. Do it with pride, and be aggressive. Don't let just things happen to you. Hey guys, if you made it so far, congratulations. Make sure you subscribe. And also another thing I learned is a lot of people are subscribing and they're saying that they're not getting it in their feed. I'll tell you what, the reason you're not getting it in your feeds is because you need to hit the bell notification. If you hit the bell notification, then you will get in the feed. Some algorithm change at Google. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll apply this information. Anything I can do from my side, I'm happy to do for you. One of the things that, since you've made it through the video, I want to reward you by giving you a new coupon code that I have for our chemistry. The code is NEW. If you're a new customer and you haven't tried any of the Magic Wand chemistry, you can get 30% off for a limited time. Just go to our website, magicwandcompany.com, and at checkout, you can use that code. Our chemistry only. And I want to make sure that you guys are happy, and if you need to understand how chemistry applies to carpet cleaning, please reach out to me and I will send you a video on the carpet cleaning training that teaches you how chemistry applies to carpet cleaning. Thank you for watching my little presentation, and best of luck. Hope you have the best year ever.